The Department of Public Health and Human Services is pleased to bring you Aging Horizons. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, fraud, legal issues, veterans benefits, and caregiving. Aging Horizons is a program dedicated to inform and prepare Montanans on these timely issues, making a difference to you and your loved ones. Here now is today's program host.
Hi folks, and welcome to Aging Horizons. On today's show, we'll be talking about the Governor's Office of Community Service. They have 3 different programs that they want you to know about. One is AmeriCorps, volunteerism, and how to donate life. When you pass away, are you ready to donate organs? 86% of Montanans are, because there's about 200 Montanans waiting for organ donations, so stay tuned.
If you knew your next-door neighbors couldn't afford to stay warm this winter, you'd want to help, right? Thousands of our fellow Montanans and Montana businesses are stepping up with a tax-deductible donation to Energy Share Montana, a nonprofit that helps more than 3,000 of your Montana neighbors stay warm this winter. Find out how you can help. Call 888-779-7589 or go to EnergyShareMT.com. Thanks, Montana!
It's been 27 years. I never thought I'd still be smoking, but here I am, COPD and all. I'm about to have a granddaughter. There's so much to show her, but I'm scared I won't be able to keep up like I used to. I kind of gave up on myself on quitting, but it's different now. I want to be here for her and for my daughter.
Hey, caregivers, did you know that respite time is your time? How will you spend it?
How about some good old-fashioned me time for starters?
Michelle Smith, Helena.
Or maybe play a high-stakes game of volleyball with my other kiddo. Gotta teach him who's boss, you know? I could even make my famous spinach lasagna. Never hear any complaints about that.
Montana Lifespan Respite. Respite for caregivers. It's okay to need it. It's okay to want it. It's okay to get it.
Hey, Mom. More lasagna, please?
Sometimes the difference between having the life-saving medications you need and going without is the premium on your Medicare drug insurance. If you're a Montana resident enrolled in the Medicare Prescription Drug Program, you may be eligible to receive help with your premiums, even if you own your home or other assets or think you may have too much income. Call or visit the Big Sky RX website today to find out if you qualify.
There you go, ma'am. See you next month.
Thank you.
Hi folks, and welcome to Aging Horizons, brought to you by the Department of Public Health and Human Services Senior and Long-Term Care Division. I'm your host, Brian Lamore. I mentioned a little earlier that we're going to be talking about the Governor's Office of Community Service. They do some wonderful projects and programs that they have throughout Montana in which you can participate, or maybe your kids, maybe your friends would be interested in doing it with you. So we have here today Sarah Sadowski. You're the director of the office. That is wonderful. And tell us about the programs or the office in general, what you do.
Sure, Brian, and hello, everyone. It's great to be with you here today. I get to serve as the director of the office, and there's a couple of things I'd love to share with you guys. The 3 main initiatives. The first one is AmeriCorps. AmeriCorps is set up to be a strategy for organizations to meet community needs and engage citizens in solving some of our own pressing issues right here in Montana and around the country. So our office provides funding and administers federal grants, then partner with organizations who then run these great programs. So we have many thousands of individuals who are AmeriCorps alums in our state who have served with AmeriCorps up to a year at a time, receiving a modest living allowance, and then an education award that's federally available that they will receive as they successfully complete a year of service. It's about $7,000 towards federally backed student loans and college tuition. So it's a great opportunity for Americans to get involved and commit a year of service to getting things done right here in Montana. Of course, we always want folks to serve in Montana first, but there's also opportunities throughout the lower 48, Alaska, Guam, Puerto Rico, and Hawaii.
Wow.
There's almost 50,000 individuals in AmeriCorps service across our country.
Oh, that's great.
It's very special.
Yeah, I know I've run across kids, I'll say around here, they have the AmeriCorps shirts on.
That's
and
us.
We've interviewed AmeriCorps before, and I always go up and thank them, and many
Thank
times
you.
they're from out of state, you know, and they're just having a great time.
The whole goal is that while they're meeting needs, we have that dual mission of service, and then combining that service with professional development, and usually we get a little personal and leadership development in there as well.
Yes.
So we're helping folks gain skills that they can use after serving, as well as discern what they want to do in the future, while also banking that education award. It's a special opportunity. It's unique.
That's great. And then your other program is volunteerism, and that's kind of different than AmeriCorps. How so?
Yeah, so we consider AmeriCorps to be under our national service umbrella because folks do receive that living allowance and earn an education award. Community volunteerism is that good old-fashioned neighbors helping neighbors. So we've got several initiatives under community volunteerism as well. One, which we just opened earlier this week, is the Youth Serve Montana Scholarships. Those Youth Serve Montana Scholarships are made available in partnership with our office, Reach Higher Montana, and the Montana Campus Network for Civic Engagement. So we've got opportunity for about 90 high school seniors from across the state who have contributed about 100 hours of volunteer service in the last 12 months to receive a $1,500 scholarship each. So we've got about $135,000 we're looking to give to Montana's young adults who are heading off to a Montana college and university.
Oh, that's great. And the other one people might have heard is Donate Life. That's when you donate organs once you pass away. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, Brian, it's a very, very personal and deeply meaningful project that we get to serve as the lead in the state for education and outreach related to Montana's organ, eye, and tissue donation. So we work to have the strongest registry in the country, and we've been successful in doing that. Over 20 years ago, the registry started, and so the most common way that folks are registered to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor is through the Department of Motor Vehicles. You get your state license, state ID, and you have, if you're not sure, you look and there's a little heart, a little red heart on your driver's license or your state issued ID that verifies you are registered. And if you're not, and you don't see that little heart on your license or state issued ID, we would love to have you register. And you can do that next time you go to the DMV. And you can also look up on our website or just Google it, how to register as an organ donor in Montana. It's important. Our 86% registry rate is about 30% higher than the rest of the country on average.
Great.
So we're very proud of Montana and saying, I'm going to do something even in my passing. By each one of us passing, we're giving what we call the gift of life.
Yes.
So every April is Donate Life Month in the country and right here in Montana. And with the support of the governor and the lieutenant governor, we convene the families of the lost loved ones who in their passing gave the ultimate gift of life. Yes,
That's
it's
great.
very meaningful.
And you're going to be doing a memorial on the Capitol grounds. Tell us more about that.
Sure, that's a culmination of this legacy of recognizing those who have passed, as well as incorporating living donors. There's folks who are probably listening today who either have themselves given a kidney, for example, is a very very high rate of kidney transplants for living donors. So we have folks who I've met and some who I know who have given a kidney to a family member, and they both go on and live the rest of their lives. It's wonderful. The living organ, eye, and tissue, as well as those who have passed, will be honored through the Threshold of Life Memorial. We've got a design with a Bozeman-based architect named Ken. He's wonderful, and he's built a very thoughtful and meaningful design reflecting the circle of life and the intersection of the two lives through the Threshold of Life Memorial. So we have a design and a location on the Capitol grounds. However, we are also tasked with raising funds to build it.
Build that. And we've drawn to a close on our first segment so quickly, Sarah.
Excellent.
And for our viewers, we're going to get more into the details of how you can apply to some of these programs, or you can become a donor, and what's happening at the national level and what we're doing in Montana to recognize individuals who are donating organs. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
was outside working on some equipment, nothing too strenuous. I started sweating and feeling out of breath.
When he felt pressure in his chest and aching in his arms, I knew we had to call 911.
First responders were there before we knew it. 38 minutes later, the doctors had restored the blood flow to my heart.
Now we know dialing 911 saved his life.
Your life is on the line.
This message sponsored by Mission Lifeline Montana.
You've probably seen some big-name celebrities on your TV lately talking about all the Medicare benefits you're missing out on. But the insurance companies who are paying for these ads may be pushing benefits not available in Montana. Fortunately, help is available from a friendly state health insurance assistance program counselor who can help you sort it all out. It's free, and we screen everyone for eligibility regardless of your zip code. It's Montanans helping Montanans. Call today.
We get it. Life happens. We're Energy Share, a nonprofit that helps Montanans overcome energy emergencies. With statewide support from energy companies and individuals, we've helped over 70,000 families across Montana. No matter your situation, we'll help you keep your heat on. Learn more at EnergyShareMT.com.
Hey, caregivers, did you know that respite time is your time? How will you spend it?
When the weather's good, I gotta get away for some fishing, and that's a must.
Fred Dahlbeck. Clancy.
My grandson tells me we suck at golf. Fun though. And there's never enough time to keep the old 57 Chevy happy.
Montana Lifespan Respite. Respite for caregivers. It's okay to need it. It's okay to want it. It's okay to get it.
Come on, girl.
Welcome back to Aging Horizons. I'm your host, Brian Lamore, and continuing our discussion about the Governor's Office of Community Service. They have 3 programs that they are offering throughout the state that we're talking about. And of course, we have a wonderful guest with us, is the Director of the Governor's Office of Community Service, Sarah Sadowski. And when we were last talking in this last segment, we were talking about Donate Life. And we have a memorial that we're going to be putting up in the Capitol Complex area. Tell us more about that and where it'll be and why it's there.
Yeah, Brian, thank you. The Threshold of Life Memorial is a very special and meaningful project. Statewide significance because so many Montanans are registered as organ, eye, and tissue donors. Almost 200 people, give or take, depending on the day, are waiting for a life-saving transplant. And also the eye and tissue component of these efforts are really important as well. So we've got folks who have corneas and they have given and received the gift of vision. We also, through tissue, you realize, hey, wait a minute, if you've had a knee or a joint replacement, also bones, right? If you get a bone graft at the dentist, many of these things are tied under tissue donation. So this is a Threshold of Life Memorial, is a culmination of a multi-decade effort to increase our registry, do some myth busting around organ, eye, and tissue donation. And each April is Donate Life Month, and we've got an opportunity each April to recognize the families of the lost loved ones who in their passing gave the ultimate gift of life through organ donation specifically. So one individual can contribute 8 different contributions. It's 6 organs. Understanding we have 2 kidneys and 2 lungs gets us to 8 donations. And so sometimes we don't even know where our registry can lead us. So we encourage people to register as organ, eye, and tissue donor and tell someone that they love. We don't want to surprise anyone during a time of trouble. But in the process of this journey, we've got 2 trees of life. And these are metal sculptures made by Jim Dolan, our another Montana based artist. And each leaf bears the name of a lost loved one and the year of their passing. So one of those trees of life is at our Helena Department of Motor Vehicles, encouraging folks to register as they renew their license, get a license, or perhaps a state-issued ID. And the second one is been approved and has been housed at the first floor of the state capitol. I encourage everyone, come to Helena, visit our beautiful state capitol. Sometimes I visit other state capitals just to make sure ours is awesome still. So when you come in, you'll see on the very first floor, you'll see a nice display in the corner there. The Tree of Life has the names of the year of the lost loved ones. I'll tell you, Brian, Both those trees are full of names. Ooh. Montanans are still in need of life-saving organ, eye, and tissue transplants, and Montanans are still registering to be a part of this great effort, the selfless act in their passing. Mm-hmm. So as we look and we say, hey, how can we solve this in a sustainable way? So we keep the 2 trees, and then we have a design and location approved on the Capitol Complex grounds for the Threshold of Life Memorial. Yeah. So it's an honor and it's a to go out and join Montanans, individuals, families, corporations, and some philanthropic efforts to raise a $500,000 goal to get this thing built and installed by the end of 2028.
Yeah, and imagine we have a website and maybe a telephone number if somebody would like to donate.
We do. We always have websites and phone numbers, Brian.
Yeah, it's on the screen now.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
Thank you for that. And you'll see there's a pop-up right on that home screen with a small picture of it, and you can click on that and you'll see even more pictures of the trees of life, written information about the role and importance of organ, eye, and tissue donation, and then a link on there, a little blue button that if you want to donate, we would be very grateful.
That's great. You know, I'm a state employer and they have a nice walking path all around the Capitol, and this will be along the walking path. So with our new museum, which I'm going to go to shortly, be a wonderful campus activity.
Absolutely.
And go for a little walk.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So let's, I guess I've been an organ donor forever and ever and ever, but now I'm older.
Yes.
Older organs still acceptable?
I get this question a lot, Brian, and I'm so excited because in May of 2024, a gentleman named Orville, at 98 years old, is the oldest organ donor in our country.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Great.
I was like, not only is that guy incredibly healthy, but the opportunity to receive an organ from, we say you can be 18 to alive.
Oh.
Okay,
that's
because
good.
it's really those other factors too, blood type and past historical, generational, genetics, all these pieces to really get it to fit. There's a lot of testing and a lot of stuff that happens ahead of the procedure, so it's pretty cool when something like that works out. So all ages.
It's pretty cool that it can be done at all.
I know, it's
anymore.
amazing.
The science is amazing.
It is.
So, well, we've got about a minute left. Let's talk a little bit about donating our organs. What about the flip side? Someone receiving them. There must be some great stories there.
There's some amazing stories out there. There's folks who are waiting, and we see this memorial as also incorporating one of our main lines and main effort for this is a symbol of hope for those who are waiting.
Yeah.
So while many of us are registered donors, there's so many who are waiting, and when that call comes, a whole series of activity happens. Folks are getting on airplanes, folks are doing all sorts of things to maintain their life while they go and prioritize their health. So really, as you look forward, it's like be encouraged to register and look forward and say, what is the story I'm willing to share?
Yeah.
On our website at the bottom, we have a story of honor, and we would love, at any level of detail, you don't even have to tell us your name, but to share how you may have received a life-saving gift from a loved one, a living one, or in someone's passing.
That's great. We've drawn to a close so quickly in our second segment for our viewers. We'll continue talking about this program and 2 other programs that the Governor's Office of Community Service offers, so stay tuned.
With as many as 1 in 10 Americans at risk for Alzheimer's or some other form of dementia, chances are someone you know and love will receive that diagnosis. When that happens, you may well feel devastated, but know that you are not alone. Help is available. You don't have to face dementia by yourself. Call the free 24/7 Alzheimer's Association helpline, 800-272-3900, for guidance and support.
Out here, we love our animals, from the wildlife to the livestock. Inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy, most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
Hey, caregivers, did you know that respite time is your time? How will you spend it?
Respite is really perfect for things I like to do, but my son isn't interested in.
Vicki Henry, Manhattan.
Gardening isn't one of his favorite things, and he knows and likes his caregivers a lot, so it's a win-win. Or even something as simple as a bike ride becomes possible when I know that someone I trust is with him.
Montana Lifespan Respite. Respite for caregivers. It's okay to need it. It's okay to want it. It's okay to get it.
It's good for both of us.
I was diagnosed with diabetes in 1992, and I went into denial. It made me angry. I was a professional chef, and I didn't want to change my eating style. It took me a long time to get serious about managing my health. My perspective changed from resentment to one of loving my body, the container for my spirit. Getting help from my diabetes educator supported my goals of improved self-care. I want to feel good and have a great life. My diabetes educator helps me do this.
Welcome back to Aging Horizons. I'm your host, Brian Lamore, and continuing our discussion about some of the services that the Governor's Office of Community Service offers Montanans. You got some opportunities to donate, and you got some opportunities to participate in these programs and make a difference. Rejoining us is Sarah Sadowski. You're the director of the program, and we were talking about our Donate Life, and there's ways that can help fund it, and one of them is license plates, among others, right? Tell us about the license plates.
Yeah, Brian, and thanks again. It's very exciting to share this stuff with you. We're on the front edge of some really neat stuff tied to Donate Life Montana and the Threshold of Life Memorial. So as I shared earlier, we've got a location and design approved for this great memorial. We're also tasked with doing the funds, raising the funds. So we've got a $500,000 fundraising goal, and we're well underway. We also are partnered with the Helena Area Community Foundation. So all these contributions of any size, those are our steward of these funds. And so it's tax deductible as a charitable donation. Alongside direct donations, we've got a couple other efforts going. One, you may have heard our public service announcement. We've been playing that for the couple of months, and it'll finish up in the new year, early in the new year. Just increasing awareness of the role and importance of organ, eye, and tissue donation, the memorial itself, and encouraging people to register. Another really exciting thing that we'll be launching here soon, and I'm happy to share with your audience, is a license plate. Montana loves driving. We've got a ton of roads. We love our vehicles. We also love specialty license plates. It turns out we have more than average for the state. You go down to your DMV and you think, wow, look at that wall full. So I'm pleased to share that we have been approved and are moving forward with a license plate aimed at Donate Life Montana and organ, eye, and tissue donation specifically. So you'll see the butterfly, you'll see the logo of Donate Life Montana, and across the bottom it says organ, eye, and tissue donation saves lives, and you'll see those little red hearts, and that would match the red heart on your license.
Oh, that's great. Great way to raise funds, and it's consistent. It'll keep going out there to help out.
You know, every 3 years or so, they say, how many of these license plates have sold? And they kind of look through. I believe we've got to sell about 400 in the first 3 years. And that timeline aligns with the project for the memorial. So we're very optimistic with the 86% organ donor registry rate that many of those people will see this license plate as something that they're willing to support and are proud to put on their vehicle.
Oh, exactly.
I can't wait to see them because I know how new it will be, and I'll be the one waving at you as I go by.
I see one. Well, but now you also offer the AmeriCorps program throughout the state. And I've always thought that that was just for kids to generalize because it's a scholarship, but you have seniors in it too. But tell us more about both of them.
We've got so much going on under our National Service umbrella. And part of the organ donor registry rate being so high is when we were able to combine National Service AmeriCorps with increasing our organ donor registry rate. So across Montana, we have AmeriCorps members, we have VISTA, and we also have AmeriCorps seniors. So knowing our great Aging Horizons folks, many of you, if any of you, have served in AmeriCorps seniors, I would say thank you. That is the Senior Companion Program, Foster Grandparents Program, as well as Retired Senior Volunteer Program, RSVP. Those folks are all 55 years and older, and they are serving across from Sidney, Montana, Richland County, all the way across to Western Montana. And they are really meeting needs, and also there's some amazing research and results that when you combine purpose with longevity, folks are living longer when they contribute. And for example, those foster grandparents are supporting young adults in a school-age setting, so everyone is benefiting across the board from our great AmeriCorps Seniors programs and volunteers.
Yeah, and what's so important with seniors is socialization. Get
That's
out
right.
and meet people and do something.
Yes.
And you don't have to be really strong. You just have to volunteer. I mean,
That's right.
just be there. That's it. Just be there.
We've got folks who have served for decades, over a decade. Some get these longevity awards for their service. AmeriCorps itself is 1 year at a time, but AmeriCorps seniors can serve for years and years and years. So it's very cool when we hear from our program staff and they say, oh, we've got a foster grandparent in Butte, and she's 85 years old, and she's been serving in third grade. And well, many of those students have gone and graduated high school and still come back and visit, right?
Consider her grandma.
That's right. That's right.
Well, now you also sponsor volunteerism throughout the state. Let's talk more about that. Let's start with the basics of volunteerism and how our audience can participate.
Yeah, we've got a couple primary long-standing initiatives under community volunteerism. One's that Youth Serve Montana Scholarship. We're looking to provide scholarship to Montana's high school seniors heading off to a Montana campus and university. It's about $1,500 for 100 hours of volunteer service. Turns out, Brian, the research is really clear. The more we volunteer at a younger age, the more we serve throughout our lifetime.
Yes.
Turns out a healthy democracy relies on engaged citizens.
Right.
So we're really working to make sure that folks know they can meet needs in their local communities, earn money for college, and ideally they go on a college campus or a university and continue serving throughout their lives from there. The other one we have, which will open up this spring, is Serve Montana Awards, and that's a special effort in partnership with the Montana Credit Union Network. Montana Credit Union Network has been a longtime sponsor and partner with this project, and it's citizen-nominated individuals and groups who are out there doing service. And so often it is the beneficiary of that service who makes the nomination, and it's very special. So we'll have those open for nominations in the spring. It closes in March, and then we make our selections and hold a ceremony and present them awards in our great state capitol in June.
Wow, that's great. It sounds like you're going to be very busy, and suddenly we're drawn to a close on this segment too, and the show.
Fantastic.
Well,
thank you.
Well, thank you for coming on and doing everything that you're doing. I like that a number of the programs are scholarships because education is so important.
It is.
You know, we have to educate our people. And for our viewers, you know, we've had a website and a telephone number up. Give them a call. They want to hear from you. Or check out the website and see how you can volunteer, or maybe you have a son or daughter in the basement. Get them out and get them on a program. They'll thank you for it in the future, and thank you for joining us.
Special thanks to the Department of Public Health and Human Services for their continued support. Hosts on Aging Horizons are program specialists at the Montana Office on Aging. Production facilities provided by Video Express Productions. For more information about Aging Horizons, call the Department of Public Health and Human Services toll-free at 800-332-2272.